What's up? What's up? Welcome back to Broken Bobby's Transformation Saturday Night Live. If you're rewatching, I would suggest jumping forward a couple of minutes, give a chance to get a few people in here, and then we'll get started. I'll get started. Everybody will get started. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. It's Saturday night, and we are live. Just going to be a freestyle kind of night. Don't really have a topic that I want to speak on. We'll just talk about whatever, pretty much. So, what's up, clapping cheeks? He says free Diddy. Do you think he should be freed? You think he did anything wrong? They're definitely persecuting him in the press. Shout out from East LA. What's up, Tony Baloney? Shout out to East LA. Hope you're doing well this evening. He was a great man, pillar of the community, says Clap Cheeks. I don't know if I should take you seriously with the name, but some people may feel that way. Just because the majority of people feel one way don't mean everybody feels that way. So, I don't know. Hope everybody's doing well this evening. Do me a favor, hit that like button while you're in here if you would. Really helps with the algorithm and getting the live out to the masses, to the tens and tens. Yeah, Diddy's all up in the news though. Like that's getting a lot of attention. They're saying that he may have some stuff on some politicians now. I don't know. If he does, he'll get Epsteined, I'm sure. It's not funny, but So I heard we're supposed to have 2 moons here next week for a while because of some asteroid or something that's passing through our atmosphere. That's going to be a sight to be seen for sure. Archibald Naomi says he was stabbed earlier today in jail. I hadn't heard anything about that. Is that true? I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, that would be an interesting turn of events for sure. He's in the infirmary. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, I'll have to look further into that. Like I said, I'm not able to confirm that at the moment, but I wouldn't be surprised. The thing is, when you have info on powerful people, especially the politicians, they don't want that info to get out. So it's not hard to put somebody in there to take care of business for them, or somebody that wants to get out, or I don't know, stuff like that. Those politicians can definitely pull some strings. So, but Yeah, he's looking at a lot of time, and he's definitely not a young man anymore. I wouldn't say he's old either, but when you're looking at 20 plus years in your 50s, man, that's a might as well be a life sentence. So I don't know, but I hope everybody's doing well this evening, this Saturday night. Wanted to get on for a little bit, see what everybody is up to. Then I'm gonna go hit the gym with my son and my son-in-law here in a little while, and apparently they're doing legs again tonight. Jeez, I don't like doing legs, but it is what it is. So, yeah, the world's going crazy around us. So everybody be safe out there for sure. Okay, yeah, same here, uh, Archibald. Yeah, I hung that up a long time ago, but uh, that's kind of what this channel's about. It's about sobriety and you know achieving sobriety and maintaining sobriety. And I tell stories on the channel. My videos are about where my addiction and alcoholism took me, and in hopes that someone else don't go down that same path I did. Because you don't have to go to prison to get clean. You don't have to be locked up like 30 times in the county jail to get clean. There's definitely better ways to do it. So that's kind of what this channel is about. If you're new here and you enjoy this sort of content, be sure to subscribe. Uh, Check out my playlist. Yeah, it definitely takes you to a terrible place. Like, I was lucky to make it out, to be honest. I was pretty heavy into it. Meth was my drug of choice. I enjoyed alcohol also, but yeah, was dealing the stuff and had a major habit that went along with it. I'll just take a milkshake on a. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I would have said back in the day I'm living a boring life now, but I think I'm living the best life possible these days. Family, the wife, the kids, the grandkids. I'm living the dream basically. So definitely was living 100 miles an hour. Mm. Like there were times in my life where being arrested seemed like a blessing, just to get me away from the vices that were tearing me apart. Like I needed a timeout basically. uh, and the cops were more than willing to give me one most of the time, and it helped. So uh, I it might sound weird, but I appreciated the fact that I got arrested so much that you know, yeah, I needed to slow down, needed to eat something, needed to exercise, get my mind right, and unfortunately, I did that plenty of times and got back out just to do the same thing that I was doing before. Like I would tell myself, I'm done this time, and like 5 minutes after being released, I was getting high again. So, but luckily, I'm in a much better place now. I've been sober for 20 years, and yeah, that's like I said, that's what this channel is about. So yeah, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I appreciate everybody's support. The channel has been growing, and uh, you know, that's dude was lying. Nobody hurt, did he? I don't. Yeah, like I said, I can't confirm nor deny that, but yeah, I'll look into that later. But uh, yeah, I see a couple people have hit that like button now. I appreciate you. If you haven't hit the like button yet, smash it. Who's that? I haven't. I don't think I've seen anything. Oh, yeah, that's that social media trend thing. I think, like, you know. But yeah, so that's what this is about. I like to go out in my garden. That's an interesting thing there. Okay. Wow. So, yep, we're just do, doing the live thing here. Like I said, it's about sobriety and getting clean if that's what you need to do, and staying clean if you already are. Uh, you know, I was hoping Joel would check in with us tonight and let us know how he's doing. Uh, he's a regular of the channel. Hector says 1 year, 2 months clean. That's right. Shout out to you, homeboy. Congratulations. That is awesome. It definitely gets better, 3 games of basketball today. Grandkids keep him busy. What's up, Richard Martinez? How are you tonight, bro? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, that's good stuff. 3 games of baseball today. Wow. Definitely keep him busy. But that's what it's all about, though, right? I mean, the thing is, like, when I was in my addiction, like, I missed so much stuff. And now that I've been clean, like, I try not to miss anything. Sometimes work gets in the way of that. I mean, you got to pay the bills, obviously, right? But yeah, exactly. And that was kind of the way it was with my kids early. Um, my kids were like in high school. My girls were in high school already by the time I got clean. So I missed out on so much stuff. But better late than never, right? I mean, exactly. So at least we got it. We eventually got it right, Richard? And now, we're just trying to be the best version of ourselves we can be, and letting the people that we love know that we love them and that we're there for them. Uh, you know, you can't go back and make it right, but you can definitely, make it right moving forward. So that's definitely good stuff. So yeah, I'm just sitting here sipping on my coffee. Like I said, I'm gonna go to the gym here in a little bit, and whenever I go work out with my son, like it definitely hits different. He's 21 now, and I remember, when he was like 14, going to the gym with me, and like, boy, how the tables have turned. This old man has trouble keeping up these days, but I got to keep on pushing, right? So that's what we do. Who's that behind you? You're 20? Oh, Duh, okay, I know who that is. Okay, he's 20. My son is 20. That's who's that behind you. Love the name. What was it before? The torta shaker? Boy, I'm just moving you right on along there, aren't I, son? I'm reminded every time of what I missed I am when am with my grand. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, Richard. Like, sounds like we've definitely lived a very similar life as far as that goes. And you know, like I said, you can't go back and fix what we've messed up in the past, but we can't live in the past either. We have to, make the present as good as possible, and that really that's all we can do. So it sounds like you're doing well now, though, and that's good. And yeah, who's that behind? Oh, I didn't see you in there. I was gonna let you know. I told Akil, but I'm glad you're here, Cora. And my son, just to correct the record, will be 21 next year. So we'll let you go on, continue being a kid, even though you're bigger than me now. Jeez. As long as I can bench press more, that's all that matters, though. I don't know how much longer that's going to last, though. My whole family back, never going. Yes, sir. I know. I'm messing up on that, huh? Yep. If anybody's watching from the areas that were affected by the hurricane, my prayers are going out to you. I hope everybody's okay out there. That was a really bad storm that went through there and like really devastated a lot of people's lives. So uh, yeah, like I said, my prayers are going out to them folks out there. And my apologies, Cora. So, anyways, the the scarecrow, the smoker says, "What you smoking?" Just cigarettes, just regular cigarettes. S. Moore says, "Why is your name broken?" It's Broken Bobby's transformation. It was yeah, I know, right, Cora? It I was Broken Bobby, but I had a transformation, and now I'm living that sober life, that clean life, that family life, and yeah, I was Broken Bobby, but I have transformed. So yeah, Jake was in here holding it down. Haven't seen G or Joel or Brody yet, so luckily it's been rather easy for the moderators up to this point. I am. S. More. Yeah, I've been sober since 2004, August. So, but that's what this channel is about. It's about where when I was using drugs and alcohol, all the crap that I got into, and all the lockup facilities I went to, and you know stuff like that, and how it doesn't have to be, you know, just because I lived that stupid lifestyle, everybody else don't need to. You don't need to go to prison to figure out that using drugs is bad. There's a big part of it was, well, prison helped. Oh, okay. What's up, Joel? Hope you're doing well, brother. How I got sober was I basically I was in and out of rehabs, and eventually I ended up in prison. And when I got out of prison, I asked my parole officer to put me back into an in-house treatment program, and he wouldn't do it. So I went and did it on my own. And the last time I went to rehab, which was like the third or the fourth in-house, I finally figured it out, I guess you would say, Okay. Hope you're doing all right, Joel. But yeah, that's how I did it basically. So, you know, so let's see. Did I miss anything here? Yeah. Yeah, no problem. Yes. And I appreciate you being here, Joel. Whether you jump in the comments or not, definitely appreciate you. Hector says only 2% of meth addicts get clean. Amen, brother. God bless you and stay strong. I appreciate that, Hector. Yeah, it was I'd be lying if I said it was easy, but definitely worth it. Definitely worth the struggle and getting it together, getting my life back together basically, because it was so chaotic for so long that it almost S Moore says I'm an alcoholic trying to find a way. Have you tried like Alcoholics Anonymous or something like that? Like I know it's kind of intimidating going to one of those meetings, but you can Google Alcoholics Anonymous and you can find a meeting near you. And what I would suggest is, go check one of those meetings out. Just sit in the back of the room and be quiet. Like a lot of us going in, we don't want to talk, but just listen and hopefully you can get something out of it, yeah, and it's not. And the thing is, maybe the meeting you went to isn't the one for you. There's usually a lot of them. I heard that they do meetings online now, like in like a Zoom type of format, where you don't even need to leave your house. I'm not too sure about what you would Google as far as trying to find that, but that's out there as well. And yeah, early on, it's definitely not comfortable. Like the first few meetings I went to, like I was on they call it a court card. And at the time, but I got started. Exactly. And shout out to you, Joel. Like you're doing your thing, bro. Like it might sound funny, but I think about you and how you're doing with that, and I'm glad that you're checking in and letting us know that you're moving forward, bro. Like it's awesome. Hector says I did house rehab for a couple of months and did sober living, but never really liked going to meetings. Everything AA app is a good one, he says, for live meetings. So yeah, maybe you might want to check that one out as Everything AA app. I'm sure you could probably find it in the Google Play Store or if you're on iPhone, whatever that one is. But or another thing you could do is you could go on Amazon and look up the AA Big Book. I think it's about $20, and you can get that and just start reading that, and that will give you some concepts and some ideas. Like it'll give you the 12 steps of recovery, and the thing is, like, I don't do meetings anymore. Like some people, they say you have to do it for the rest of your life. I don't agree with that. Maybe for some people they do, and like that AA or NA thing becomes their life. But for me, it wasn't. After a year or two, I had to walk away from the meetings. Excuse me. But the thing is, the thing for me was figuring out what I needed to know and utilizing it. Basically, they talk about it's another tool for your toolbox of sobriety, right? So you take note of what works for you. Like a big one for me, they used to say, play the tape all the way through. And what they mean by that is when you're thinking about doing something, like for me, using meth always ended in handcuffs. So playing, yeah, Americans definitely. I'm in California. What playing that tape all the way through for me meant was I knew if I used meth, it might not be today, it might not be next week, but I was going to end up in handcuffs again because that's just the way it works with me. And I got tired of being in handcuffs. Oh, okay. Shout out to Canada. But, and that really helped me in progressing with my sobriety. You know, things would be, I'd have a rough day or something, and the thoughts of getting a sack and hustling to make some faster money would enter my head. And what I would have to tell myself is, first of all, I can't trust myself with a sack. And second of all, once I dip into that sack, which I know I will, then handcuffs are coming. So is that fair to my family that, you know, their dad, their husband, whatever role I played in their life was going to be gone? Doing time's easy. There ain't nothing to do in time, in my opinion, or at least there wasn't when I was doing time. But it's not just you that's doing the time, your family's doing the time too. Trying to send you a few bucks for the books so you could have some top ramens. Uh, S says, what's a sack? Uh, the basically the meth that I would pick up, that's the sack. So like I'd buy an ounce or whatever it may be. That terminology is just, that's the sack kind of thing. But you know, I think people get it twisted that they're the ones doing the time. They're not the only ones doing the time. The people that love you worry about you when you're in there doing time, because jail and prison are violent places, and they do everything they can to try to make your life comfortable in there by maybe sending a few bucks or something while sitting themselves short. And it's selfish on our part. It was selfish on my part. All right, Joel. Hey, you take it easy, bro, and keep fighting that good fight, bro. You're doing great. No, that's fine. Maybe the terminology might be different where you're at, so feel free to ask all the questions that you want. I'll do the best I can to answer them for you. But yeah, so but even like when we're in our addiction or alcoholism, it's not just us, it's destroying ourselves. Like we're destroying our families as well because they have to live with the person we become while we're, indulging in whatever it is we're indulging in. So, uh, at some point, I had to make the decision that it wasn't just all about me, that I was affecting a lot of people and with my actions. So, but yeah, I hope everybody's weekend is off to a great start. We got football tomorrow. Uh, hoping my Niners can get back to their winning ways, and my wife's Bengals can get back to their winning ways as well. Uh, it's this football season's been off to a rough start for both of us, so uh, always have high expectations from my Niners. You know, the Lombardi Trophy is the end result we're looking for. So, not watching another team get it like the Chiefs. But yeah, so once I wrap up here, we're gonna go hit the gym. Trying, bro. I had so many relapses, but the key for me, I never ever quit. Looking back, I wish I had some guidance. You are in my prayers tonight, my brother. Stay strong. Great message from Richard there, S. Moore. He says, keep trying, bro. I had so many relapses, but the key for me, I never ever quit. Man, that's powerful stuff. Like that was my story as well, like I'd get 60 days or something under my belt and say, you know what, screw this. I used to say I'll quit when they're lowering the casket into the ground. And, I was foolish in that way of thinking because I hurt so many people, not just myself. I hurt everybody around me. And I'm not talking about physically hurt them, mentally, emotionally. So, it's a great day to get started, Made it ever past 5 days. Yeah, and I hear you, and that, like I said earlier in this live, I would be locked up and I'd be telling myself, I'm going to go out there, I'm going to get a job, I'm going to do this, that, and the other. And it seemed like 10 minutes after I got around people that, were like minded to me, I'd be using again. And that is a key to sobriety, in my opinion, is, uh, if you have drinking buddies or using buddies or whatever, like you got to change the environment basically. Because if everybody around you is doing it, you're going to be doing it too. And, I hear people say, oh, you're not strong enough. Why take the chance? Why risk it? If it's like I've been trying to get my weight back down a little bit, but I like sugary things. I don't drink soda no more, but honey bun is friggin' amazing. So, I tell myself, well, one honey bun won't hurt, Oh, okay. Yeah, I think definitely. You said you didn't feel comfortable at the meetings, but I think maybe you should try to find a different meeting more. And you know, you, for me, when I was doing meetings and I had to go to so many meetings a week, there were certain meetings I liked, and then there were other meetings where I was just there because I needed to get my court card signed. And I think that would be great for you if you find that meeting where they're welcoming and uh, That way you can start building that support group around you. Hector says, cocaine and pills were my choice, brother, but you have to want to change. Nobody can make you change. Y'all stay strong. I couldn't make it a couple of hours, but now I'm 1 year, 2 months, and I gained my family back. And that's awesome. I love to hear these success stories. Uh, 1 year and 2 months, that's amazing. 1 year and 2 months of clarity, and now this brother got his family back. Like, that is so awesome. So awesome. And it just gets better. So keep pushing. And more, I have faith you can do it, brother. You just gotta, if you're ready to make that change, then you know, when you start getting around that point where you feel like you want to drink, go do a meeting, or you know, get out that big book from Alcoholics Anonymous and read. That's not everybody's cup of tea, that big book, but it is something that can help get your mind off of the fixation of the addiction. I read that one, and I read the NA big book. But the thing is, when I paroled, I had been reading a lot when I was in prison. So yeah, I think maybe another one will suit you better, more. So yeah, I would definitely check that out, and you'll eventually make some friends there, or at least that's what you hope. Yeah, there really are, definitely, Hector. And when you find the right one, more, you'll know it, and you'll know that you're home. And ultimately, I would say you want to work towards finding a sponsor that's going to help you go through those 12 steps, and help you progress with that, because it's definitely, sobriety is definitely possible. It seems like it isn't at times, you know what I mean? But it can be done. If I did it, you can do it. I know you can. So, oh, okay, that's good. Yeah. And you know what? That serenity prayer is very powerful, or at least it was for me. Uh, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change the things I can, and how does it go? And the wisdom to know the difference, I think it is, or something to that extent. Now, Hector says, I will keep you in my prayers, S. Moore. Stay strong, and I'll keep you in mine as well, S. Moore. But yeah, that's a serenity prayer. You know, sometimes things frustrate us, and that may be a reservation to go back to using. But just having the serenity to know that, you know what, there's nothing I can do about the situation, so I'm not going to let it bother me. Or there's something I can do about the situation, so I'm going to do something about the situation, like maybe not uh, keep company with people that are doing the things that I don't want to do anymore. So, uh, yeah. And then there's always one in the group, Nick. Hey, I'm glad you found us as well, uh, Mar. And I definitely appreciate your comments. I try to go live uh, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I know you are, Nick. It's all good, bro. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, usually around this time. I don't necessarily always get all 3 days, but uh, yeah, I try to make it that way, Nick. But uh, yeah, tap back in with us more when we go live. I'd love to hear an update on how you're doing, bro. because this is like a support group in a way. You know what I mean? Like, uh, it's not AA or NA or anything, but no, no, I don't, Nick. But the thing is, maybe this could be the spark that starts the fire for people, and ultimately that's what I want from this channel, because through my addiction and my alcoholism, like I was in and out of jail and prison from the early 90s all the way to 2006. And I felt growing up like I was predestined to go to prison, And the thing is, I wasn't. Like, I just made that in my mind, Pyro says sobriety has been hard for me mentally. Yeah, and it can be, Pyro. You know, hopefully you have a meeting or some sort of support group that can assist you with that. Hector says, one day at a time, to thyself be true. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's the thing, like, you just tell yourself, I'm not going to do it today. When we get to tomorrow, we'll see what tomorrow brings, but I'm not going to do it today. And then tomorrow you just restart with that same attitude. I'm not going to do it today. If you have to tell yourself, I'm going to go get high tomorrow, but I'm not going to do it today, just make sure that tomorrow never comes. You know what I mean? That the best advice I can offer. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. If you enjoy this sort of content, I tell a lot of stories about where my addiction and alcoholism took me, and it took me to a lot of really bad places. But life is great now. It could always be better. I could have a newer car in the driveway, a bigger house, but my bills are paid, and I have a family that loves me, and I'm being the man that they need in their life. So Richard Martinez says, S. Moore, I am in my mid-60s. Nothing but health problems for all the drugs and alcohol I did from 16 to 35. I want to live now, and I hope it's not too late. S. Moore, don't be like me, my brother. Very well said. Very well said, Richard. So, yeah, that's Richard's dropping some knowledge tonight. Appreciate you, bro. And yeah, S. Moore, you can do it, bro. You just gotta make up your mind that that's what you want to do, and then it's not easy in the beginning, though. It's definitely not. If it were easy, everybody would do it. Nobody would be addicted to nothing. But there's such a big, wonderful world out there. You just got to see it through clear eyes. I've seen it through hazy eyes for so long. It's amazing that I survived half of the stuff that I went through. But, God kept me around for a reason. So, do me a favor, guys. Hit that like button while you're in here. It helps to get the video out and the message out. Yeah, I hear you. What do I do when my family disrespects me and treats me like garbage? That's a great question. I don't know. I cut a lot of my family off when I got clean, to be honest with you. The thing is, I don't know. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole with that. The sexy Latina says, God sure did. Our family would not be complete if you weren't here with us. Thank you, baby. Yeah, I'm very blessed to have an amazing wife, amazing children, and now amazing grandchildren. Wow. So, yeah, I'll probably go another 5 to 10 minutes, and then I got to wrap it up for the night. Like I said, I'm gonna go hit the gym with my boys, and hopefully, I don't get crushed by the weights. But yeah. So if anybody has any last minute questions or comments, please drop them now. What's up, Lonnie? Time and knowledge, Bobby. Stay safe and hope. Hey, really appreciate you, Hector, stopping through. Scrolling. I'm an addict and been off dope for 3 years studying Buddhism. Matthew Tatter says, I found this scrolling. I'm addicts and been off dope for 3 years studying Buddhism helped me so much. If you have tried everything, try that. Hey, shout out to you, bro. 3 years off the stuff, man. That's amazing. So, congrats on that, man. Keep doing your thing, bro. Yeah, definitely a bad name. I agree, yes, more. Richard says, when I was doing drugs, I thought everyone was disrespecting me, but once I started getting straight, that wasn't the case. But that was just what, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Completely agree with you there, sir. I feel like me and Richard had a very similar life when it came to that lifestyle. Because a lot of the stuff you say is right on point with how I feel as well. You know, when I was using, I you get this attitude like, don't you know who I am? Type of thing. And how are you coming at me that way? Like you will respect me when I didn't respect myself half the time. So, yeah, I definitely agree with you there, sir. But, yeah, if you guys are new here, be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and hit all so that when I do go live, you'll be notified. Absolutely, Richard. Yeah, you'll be notified and you can jump on the live, like your guys' participation make these things work. So shout out to all of you guys. I really appreciate all the comments and the support with each other in here, interviews with real people and their stories. Yeah, I've seen that channel, Lonnie. But yeah, like without your guys' participation, oh. Hey, I'm glad you found us too, S. Moore. Like I said, like your participation really makes these lives go, So, I look forward to seeing you in future lives. And, and getting updates from you about how you're doing, bro. Because, I want to see everybody succeed. There is a life after alcoholism and after drugs. I'm living proof of it. So, yeah, I look forward to, hearing updates from you, bro. Richard Martinez says, how's your knees now that you're working out? Oh, man, it's rough. It's kind of rough all over, to be honest with you. Like at one point, yeah, I agree, Esmore, and I appreciate that. Like I'm working on it. You know, yeah, I don't even know how to reach out to them though. I think I've sent some messages to some people trying to get some interviews, but unfortunately I didn't do 20 years in the pen, and like I don't have all those uh, top tier war stories like some of these guys do. So there isn't a whole lot of interest in that. And plus, I think the fact that my channel's based on sobriety, it some people just aren't interested in that. I'm not saying soft underbelly is that way, but uh, you know. So, anyways, guys, I am going to wrap this one up for the night. Uh, shout out to everybody that participated. Esmore, I hope to see you in the next live, either tomorrow night or Monday. I'm not sure. I'm going to try to get on tomorrow night, but no promises on that one. We got football tomorrow, so yeah, I agree, Lonnie. So, appreciate everybody stopping in. Richard says, everybody, peace, love, and sobriety. God bless. S. Moore, great channel, Bobby. Appreciate you, Richard. And like I said, S. Moore, be sure to tap into the next live if you're able to. We'd love to hear an update. And, we're going to keep pushing with this stuff, man, because it's important, So, it's all about building that foundation around you of like-minded people that are trying to do what you're trying to do. If we keep company with people that are using, chances are we're going to be using as well. If, we keep company with people that are grinding for sobriety and grinding to make money and stuff like that, then chances are that's what we're going to be. So, that's what it's all about, So everybody be safe out there, and don't look at the mountain. Just start climbing. I'll see you guys next time.